I'm Deborah Hart-Sealy. I'm food editor on the South Florida Sun-Sentinel, and today we're here at Legal Seafoods in Boca Raton, and we're going to cook something really fast. Come on, let's go into the kitchen. We're in the kitchen with corporate chef Jeff Tenner. Jeff, what are you going to make for us today?
Today we're going to make a shrimp and garlic with linguine.
Sounds great. What do you need for it?
Okay, so here's a list of the ingredients that we need. We've obviously got our linguine and some simple white mushrooms, a little lemon, some tomatoes, scallion, parsley, a garlic butter, which we went ahead and made ahead of time, and some large shrimp.
You can buy garlic butter in the grocery store. Is that the same thing?
You can take the garlic butter that you get in the grocery store and add a little parsley and lemon to it, or you can start from scratch with just some softened butter and whip in your garlic, parsley, and a little bit of lemon juice. Before we head over to the stove, we're just going to slice these mushrooms.
After you chop the mushrooms, now what's the next step?
Let's chop our parsley. And people always ask for easy ways to chop parsley. Once you've washed it and dried it, I like to take it and kind of make it into a tight ball in my hand.
You're not crushing it?
No, I'm not being mean to it. I'm just putting it in a tight ball. And then you set the ball down on the cutting board and then just make some nice slices through it.
Now we go to the stove.
Now we go to the stove.
Great.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to add the oil to our pan. Now I've gone ahead and preheated this pan so it's nice and hot. Now that we have the oil in, we're going to sear our shrimp.
Now what is searing the shrimp do?
Searing the shrimp caramelizes the outside of the shrimp, which really gives it some great flavor. It also locks in some of the moisture. We're going to take a little bit of salt. It's always important to salt towards the beginning of cooking. We're going to let that sear on one side until it begins to brown, and then we're going to flip them over. Now, we don't want to overcook the shrimp, so we're going to go ahead and start building the rest of this dish in the sauté pan. I'm going to take the shrimp and I'm going to move them towards one side, and I'm going to go ahead and add my mushrooms to the pan, because I also want the mushrooms to have an opportunity to sauté in the bottom of the pan.
Those shrimp are getting nice and pink.
They're beautiful. Okay, the shrimp, they're about 3/4 of the way cooked now, and I'm actually going to kind of stack them up on the side here.
Or if the pan, people want to take them out of the pan, they could do that too.
They could do that as well. And then I'm going to add my tomatoes. I'm going to add a little bit of chopped scallion to the pan. And then we're going to deglaze the pan with white wine. And deglazing pulls up all those great little bits that have stuck to the bottom of the pan.
And it makes the basis for your sauce.
Exactly. So that's the base for our sauce right there.
Now it's reducing down.
Reducing down, we're going to add a little bit of parsley to the pan. Add a little bit of freshly squeezed lemon. I'm going to put in a nice-sized tablespoon of that wonderful garlic butter that we talked about before. We'll give that a little toss, and now I'm just looking for those flavors to combine.
Smell it.
Right? It smells great.
Garlic.
So I have my linguine here in the strainer, in the hot water. I'm going to go right into the sauté pan, and we're going to give that a toss. A little fresh cracked pepper, just a little salt. One last toss, and then we'll be ready to plate the dish.
It smells good. It looks great. Come on, let's do it.
I like to take the pasta and give it a little spiral in the center of the bowl. Gives it a little bit of height. Take the shrimp, we're going to line them up around the edge of the bowl, and there you have it.
It's beautiful, and the garlic smells wonderful. Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Chef.
Thank you.
I'm Debbie Hart-Sealy for the South Florida Sun-Sentinel.